Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks a lot for being with us. Alongside Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Moda Center, the place, and the Portland Trail Blazers will be on their home floor as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, they dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. Hey, let's talk about Marcus Smart. A lot to like. This guy coming out of Oklahoma State, size, strength, a leader. His three-pointer needs work. How much is that going to hold him back?
He's going to have to prove he can hit that shot. Ernie, defenses will lay back on him until he proves he can knock it down.
Ride 'em, Cowboy. Let's go out there to Kevin Harlan.
Beneath the tranquil hills of Washington Park, downtown Portland, alive with activity. We are live in Portland as the Trailblazers are about to go into this interconference contest. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Taking a look at Boston. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling with one win in their last 5 games.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin, the streak has been very difficult as this team has struggled of late. And the struggles may continue. They've got a really tough challenge against this team.
Well, and if you're going to snap the losing streak, what better way than to do it against an opponent like this? I mean, that would be doing it in style.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Forwards, Jeff Green and Jared Sullinger. Nelson is out there with Avery Bradley. And it's Zeller in at the 5.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
The Trailblazers shooting their first shot from the stripe in this game.
And in general, this has been a very good foul shooting team, about 79% on the season.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Well, Steve, without a doubt, the biggest surprise, especially early on last season, was the dominant play of the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah, a team that had been projected to fight for a playoff spot was instead one of the 3 or 4 best teams in the West all season long.
Lillard with it. 11 points for him in that last game against New York.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
Aldridge, he hits it from 9. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he's off to a good start, and he's a guy who we know, I mean, if he gets going early, he can give you problems all day.
This is to Green. Nelson against Lillard. A nice shot by Zeller. Zeller's got his first basket of the night.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Outside Matthews. Launches it. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Green kicks to Bradley. Back to Green. To the left side wing. He feeds it to Nelson. Just 5 on the clock. From past the arc. And it's Green missing. The Trailblazers have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Batum with the ball. And it's Nelson picking him up. Wasted no time on that one.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Brad Stevens and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him about the difficulty defensively against a team that's so smart and controlled offensively. He said that's a great point. They really do a terrific job of executing their offense. Not a lot of miscues or missteps. We need to be just as disciplined if we're going to get the upper hand. And down 1-0 in the season series, guys. We'll see if they can even it up.
And Doris, thank you so much. And guys, how do you view coach's strategy in terms of limiting those shooters?
I think he's got the right idea. I mean, you've got to make the shooters as uncomfortable as possible.
Well, that's easier talked than walked, Steve. I mean, they rarely get rattled. They shoot with such great composure, even under the most intense defensive pressure.
Well, kind of an interesting paradox for Jeff Green. He's much better offensively playing at the power forward spot as a spread 4, but defensively he's much better guarding 3s.
And Jeff Green, not a big rebounder, struggles guarding in the low block. What do you think, Clark, is his best position?
You know, it's hard for me to say, Kevin. I think he's probably just a 3/4. I think at the 4 he has a little bit more of a quickness advantage. So I would probably look to playing him at that position.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
We talk about Avery Bradley here. Let's take a look at some of his stats. His last 10 games, he's putting up 9 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And when you take his overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers, but I think he can do more.
And Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
Now here's Batum after the miss from Damian Lillard. And here's Matthews for the 3. Here's Aldridge. And at last they get one to fall. Aldridge has got 6 points. Boston trailing. Now here's Smart. Right now averaging 5 points a game. He kicks to Sullinger. Plays it up and banks it in. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Now here's Matthews. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Stolen by Smart. Pass to Bradley. Banked in off the glass. Bradley's got his second basket of the night.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And Kevin, they played such terrific defense in that game. It took a lot of pressure off them at the other end of the court.
Yeah, and you can't just pick 1 or 2 players out who stood out defensively. There was plenty of credit to go around.
Count that one. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now here's Smart, guarded by Blake, and he gets the bucket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
Here's Robinson. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. Misses from short range. 36 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Crowder. The shot no good. And it's Portland the other way. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Yeah, and in that victory, they got huge contributions from their bench, and I thought their depth was really the major factor in that game.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Turner leading the charge. Now the feed to Crowder. And here's Smart to the left wing. Lots of room. Off the left rim and out. He gets it up. No luck.